Welcome back, everybody. It's time for game number 2 of Vici Gaming versus New Element. I'm Gods. Joining me is Merlini. What's a good word in game number 2?
And he needs to pull their stuff together to get a win versus Vici. They just look really weak on all fronts. I would say draft is most notable. Secondly, support rotations, and just they didn't really have a game plan. Besides like hope they get kills, but hoping is.
And I think they fell back in a strategy that worked against weaker teams, but didn't stand a chance against more organized teams. Like Bounty Hunter in general, I feel partly why it's not big and popular anymore. It's because it's not good against teams who play smart and careful, which is what most teams do nowadays. Even if you look at like your aggressive CIS teams like Empire, they're not even an aggressive CIS team. They play like a Chinese team. Like this is not everyone plays safe. Like I think Dota's not a place where it's like safe, passive farming type of games. But it's games where picks like Bounty Hunter don't do much.
That's true. It's like high risk, high reward, I suppose. It's too risky. Because if they just clump up in 5-man, what is Bounty Hunter going to offer you? Like maybe one track kill in return for dying, but in terms of damage, in terms of utility, it's just not there compared to other supports.
Well, we'll see what any go for in game number 2, guys. We'll hop ourselves into the draft here, and well, it's going to be a first pick Ember Spirit. That's their plan here. It's a pretty good plan.
It's a good plan.
I like this.
But giving away bat, TJ played a pretty good bat last game.
Yeah,
I'd say he played by far the best of the. Like he couldn't do anything. They just like instantly stunned him every time. They're like, well, what can I do about it?
Vici Gaming knew the only way any were ever gonna have even a somewhat good fight was through the Bat Rider, and everyone was basically like under strict instructions, mess up that Bat Rider. As soon as you see him, stun him, disrupt him, whatever it may take, just F him up.
Yeah, you could tell that was their gameplay, and they executed on it properly too.
Yeah.
They were so good about it. They were always ready for a Bat Rider initiate. That's because there's not really any other threat. Slaughter just had a blink dagger and brown boots. Like he couldn't really do that much. He doesn't do that much damage anyways, unless there's like a 10 stack of weave or something like that. But anyways, going into this game, Nyx Assassin, Ember Spirit. Nyx Assassin, decent versus Bat Rider, okay versus Sand King, I suppose. Ember Spirit's good though. I'm not a huge fan of like first phase Nyx Assassin picks. I think he has a time and a place, but he's usually like second phase pick to me.
I guess partly because of the Bat Rider. I think it's good against Bat and Nyx because Carapace can stun Bat Rider and Firefly and also break the Sandstorm to set up an easy Impale. So I think it's generally pretty good against both of these two heroes. But
at the same time, like if Nyx gets initiated on, he's just food. Yeah, like you can just lasso him. Well, we'll see.
You want to save the lasso for the Ember Spirit, I think, generally.
That's true.
Unless you go, like, maybe they want more answers. Maybe they pick up a Doom as well or something to deal with the Ember Spirit.
I mean, Sand King's already pretty good versus him, too. Instant Stun's OP.
Yeah, you've got 2 Instant Stuns and Sand King Bat Rider. You can pick more if you want, but Puck's still in the pool. They've got Lifesteal open out, so Infest Bomb's going to be coming out, so Blink Lasso onto Ember Spirit, he's going to die with a Lifesteal there, and actually go. Instant Gyro pick. They didn't even wait for that. Immediately responding to the Lifestealer with the Gyrocopter.
That's pretty interesting.
Gyrocopter's just not seen anymore, really.
You know what? He's actually good one-on-one versus Bat. You can't get close to Gyro.
Yeah.
Because he'll just straight up just own you with Rocket Barrage. So it's not a terrible matchup for Gyrocopter. But, as you said, Gyrocopter's just not really picked anymore. Everyone opts for Luna over Gyrocopter, I'd say. Even though there are like somewhat similar heroes, like high damage output agility heroes with mix of magic and physical and like
and
pseudo
AoE like spread damage, I guess.
Pseudo range. And not really any disables, like really crappy disables like Eclipse and Homing Missile. So Gyrocopter he doesn't take down towers fast enough, I think is the biggest part why people don't prefer him over Luna. And I think Luna can actually get away without a BKB. I think Gyrocopter's a little bit more difficult to get away without a BKB, but still, he's not bad.
And not having a hero, like, any way of bringing down towers in life is often, I mean, it's going to make it hard to get any sort of... If you get ahead with a couple kills early on and you're not taking towers, you're not getting further ahead, so... there's no pushing power from Ember Spirit, from Gyrocopter, from Nyx. They go Magnus, so we're going to see a Empower Ember Spirit game.
So what's Gyrocopter? Is it going to be support?
It could be. And he do all kinds of crazy stuff. They ban out the Shadow Demon, so... It depends where Nyx goes. I think Magnus could be off lane, Nyx could be off lane. I think you do Gyro safe lane farm still, but who knows for sure. If you're doing Magnus Ember Spirit, like with Empower plus Ember Spirit Sleight of Fist, generally you're building towards a late game strat, which is where Ember Spirit carry means you don't also need the carry in the Gyrocopter. I feel like you're picking too many carries at that stage.
I'd be worried about getting there, not about taking,
Yeah.
not about winning the late game.
Gyro's not a good hero to really delay the game. I mean, he has got AoE, but
He does have a lot of damage to throw into Magnus ultimate, though. To be fair.
Yep.
So, the biggest question is, how are they going to lane this? Probably, it's still up in the air.
yeah, this is a really weird draft from New Element. I kind of like seeing something a bit different here, but it's gonna be tough going up against Vici Gaming. They've gone for a almost non-Vici Gaming-esque draft, like the Dazzle Sanking. We've seen them play quite a bit of Sanking, but not that much Dazzle.
High aggression.
Lifesteal there, and they go Doom last pick. So we talked about dealing with the Ember Spirit. They do pick up the Doom in the end. Earthshaker immediately picked by NE. I wonder if they have something prepared with the Earthshaker, but they've got 4 melee heroes. Gyrocopter, it's a support Gyro. 654 was the bounty from last game. So he goes from support Bounty Hunter to support Gyrocopter. This guy is, I don't know.
I think Gyrocopter's a little bit better than Bounty Hunter in terms of
Yeah.
support roles, because he just does a lot more damage without any items.
Yeah, just the level 1 rocket barrage is pretty high damage. He can actually go around and cause problems, especially with like the boots first type build. So
He can zone out Batrider, actually, I think, with boots first.
yes,
That's
I think
actually
so.
an interesting concept that I have not seen people experiment with in a very, very long time. Well, introducing NE, the underdogs. They are down 0-1 in this best of 3. We have Maples on the Ember Spirit, 654 on the support Gyrocopter, Shiki on the solo mid Magnus, the Answer on the Earthshaker, and DJ on the offlane Nyx Assassin. So it looks like it will be Magnus mid, Nyx off, Gyro support, and Ember safe. That's about as good as they can lane it with this lineup.
Yep, it seems to be the case. On the Dire side, it's going to be Vici Gaming leading the series 1-0. ROTK on the offlane Batrider. We're going to see Super playing a solo mid Doom, FY on the support Sanking, Boots first for him, Fenrir on the Dazzle, and then finally it's going to be Sylar playing the Lifestealer carry for Vici Gaming. So
VT's lineup, I think, is just better.
Yeah.
But they have Batrider, they have Doom, they have Sanking for multiple ways of initiation. On top of that, they have so many sources of damage. Like Dazzle provides a decent amount of damage. Epicenter is huge. Lifestealer just has massive right-click potential, and they also have a lot of damage output, but it's just less reliable as opposed to like a Lifestealer rage with open wounds. They have no way to stop him aside from RP, and you don't really want to blow an RP on a lifestealing on a raged Lifestealer, and it's just easier to get off, like Doom, Blink Lasso, and on any they have to hit like huge impale combos, like huge RPs. It just seems difficult to execute. But if any can pull it off in team fights, they can own.
as far as the lanes goes, Vici Gaming get some good map vision. They see 654 picking up a haste screen bottom, and that means ROTK knows he's going to be up against a Gyrocopter. He knows the Gyrocopter has boots first. It just makes him a lot more aware of what he's going to be going up against, because if he gets caught by surprise by a boots first gyro and goes down to rocket barrage, it's all over. But that's not going to be the case. And they've also blocked off the Ancients, which is quite interesting to note, with a Sentry Ward on the Radiant side. So I'm wondering what the plan... Sure, they can farm the Ancients later on, but definitely not that easily early on.
Yeah, definitely not easy early. It would take like level 7 on Ember plus like a few levels of Empower and a lot of levels of Flak on Gyrocopter. We're talking about like level 9 or 10.
Yeah, like this you're looking at deep in the game, and
they want to block. They want to prevent the Earthshaker from. From
good. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
you're
they don't
right.
have to worry about it next patch.
No. That's actually
I like that. I like that change a lot, though.
Yeah.
That should not be in.
That's actually a smart sentry ward when you bring that up. I was thinking, like, by the time this sentry expires, like, they're not going to want to stack the Ancients until like 10 plus minutes in the game for the Ember Spirit if he's going Battle Fury. But with the Earthshaker, it makes complete sense. So
I'm actually surprised Shiki didn't go Empower first. I think that's a general build in melee on melee matchups.
It does limit, like, your killing power when you hit like level 6, level 7 is a lot less with Empower, because you want to have as many points in Shockwave, and she was good damage if you.
That's
if you
true.
hit it.
I would argue that it can help it because you get enough farm to get earlier Arcane Boost, so you can spam that war with Shockwave. So it's debatable. Have 20% more base damage is a lot.
Gyrocopter's got 25 movement speed on the RTK, but RTK gets to the high ground. 654 going to just keep chasing a bit. Gyro's base MS was partly why he was such a popular carry back in the day.
315, man.
Yeah.
The 315 hero. It's like Coddle, too.
Do you think Coddle's going to be really good? I'm not convinced.
What always just changes the ultimate? That's it. With Ags?
The Ags up.
Nah, it's...
It's like just one of those Ags upgrades, which like sounds like a good, like fun pub thing, but I don't know how much it's gonna do like in a competitive game.
Just like Doom Scepter. That thing. Well, to be fair, I didn't think it was gonna be good because it just you're not like chasing people down, but on paper it could sound like amazing. Oh, unlimited Doom. It's awesome, but it just rarely works out. They're gonna be running away from you anyways. You don't want to chase the hero that's doomed for the whole entire fight.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what the plans here.
Have you seen this courier?
For Dire?
Yeah.
It's the Reggie Rock courier.
What the heck is this from? Veil the animated construct? That's cool.
It looks like a little mini Pokemon.
Yeah.
A baby Pokemon.
It's like Geodude except pokey instead of round.
What does the Radiant got? They got the little Brewmaster. I like the
Coco the Courageous?
I like Coco.
Yeah, Coco's pretty cool. I gotta retain my title as the knower of all couriers.
Well, you've learned a new one today.
I still don't know his name.
No,
No, Veil the animated construct. Okay. Whoa, look at this flying form. That's kind of cool.
Oh, it's like a little butterfly. Mechanical
He
butterfly.
looks like Cyclops. He looks like he's about to beam people down with his eye.
He look. It's one of the few couriers which looks almost exactly the same flying as it does on the ground. Like it didn't actually. It just grew wings. Most couriers, like when they get upgraded, like change dramatically. Ah.
Nice.
ESPL Season 1.
I don't know what that is, but nice.
Some tournament. Yeah, nice.
Nice. Doom, looking for a creep. He does have Devour up in 10
it's
seconds.
A crappy Wild Wing. You don't want that.
Well, what's he doing? He's just standing there. He's just like, wait, do I go for the rune or do I go for the creep?
DJ's there, so he's going to go for the creep. Ooh, he went for the skewer, didn't land it. I don't think they get that kill anyways.
I don't know. That's...
Nyx is just level 2,
yeah.
so just an impale.
GG.
I guess the Carapace can hit on
Oh, he's not going to get any good creep. Actually, he can get a centaur. Oh, no, he settled for that.
Ice Armor is... No, I was about to say, Ice Armor is better than the Wild Wing.
I don't know, dude. It takes a lot of mana. You don't want to...
Ice Armor?
40 mana? Dude, you're so limited on mana as Doombringer.
Yeah, top lane, they've gone in for a kill here. DJ in some trouble. Fissure, actually no mana for a Fissure. Oh dear.
Well, that's deep.
Yeah. This is, I guess you're safely in trial.
What the heck was that fissure? Maybe that's why he doesn't have any mana. He's just throwing random ones out. Just like, whatever.
You see my totem? He's got the new bloom.
Oh,
set.
dude, that totem is sick.
Yeah, I got that with my all my little whatever tokens or whatever they were.
Yeah, dude, that thing is like probably the best cosmetic from New Bloom.
Yeah, I didn't even spend that many tokens. I just randomly got them. Like, this is like one of the first few cosmetics I've ever gotten in Dota 2 that I actually like.
Yeah.
Like I'm not big on.
You know, my friend has one. It's a straight log. It's just a log on his back. It's really funny, actually.
I feel like there's so many good things you can do with the Earthshaker Totem cosmetic. Like I'm looking. There's gonna be some fun ones in the future. I feel.
I like this move from Sand King, skilling up level 2 Sandstorm just so he can hit level 4 faster because it is a triple stack.
Yeah. Well, they do scout him out. If they go to the low ground, they can actually leech some of this XP.
They should.
Like
they need to.
Earthshaker should just get here in the river, just right below him.
So Arcane Magnus has indeed rotated the top lane to fend off this push.
DJ gets pushed, but he may survive. They need some right clicks. Yeah, Super's going to commit. He will get this kill. No deny coming in. Rocket Barrage, Gyrocopter.
I think he's going to die too.
Yeah. There's a grave there. He can't actually go for the kill on Fenrir here. One more right click. He goes down to the Dazzle.
The phase boost too strong, man.
Oh, dear.
And actually, he can tank tower very easily with Ice Armor.
Yeah, man. Ice Armor is...
I mean, 8 armor is way better than the aura, though.
Plus 8 armor is ridiculous. It's
does it work on range like Frost Armor now?
No.
No? That's lame.
I'm pretty sure
It should. Actually, I don't know if Doom needs to get any more buffs.
Okay, it only says melee. The tooltip says melee. I'm pretty sure the change was only to the Lich Frost Armor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I still don't like how they have like two of almost the exact same spell. Frost Armor on that versus Frost Armor on... what's the difference between it? Like very little?
Yeah.
Besides the ranged?
Is there no other matching spell?
It's...
I mean,
there used to be.
There's multiple heroes with the same spell. Like Blink being the main one. Like
yeah,
Blink,
but they're still a little bit
Blink's
different.
like the overused spell of the game.
How many Blinks are there? There's only 2.
Mana Burn? You've got Satyrs with Mana Burn as well as Nyx with
But
Mana
Nyx
Burn.
like scales with levels, its cooldown is... It depends on int.
Yeah, it depends on int, so it's a bit different in that sense.
Yeah.
Purge is... Oh.
Big RP.
Yeah,
Not real. Not really.
Shockwave will finish him off.
Oh, I thought he was gonna
Nicely
juke it and then infest.
He hadn't. Oh, he hadn't. He could have gone into a creep, couldn't he?
He was too far away. He had to
Okay.
juke the shockwave and then infest.
Gotcha.
Where the jukes at, man?
For now, NE, that's their first kill of the game, and it's a pretty important one. They're still doing alright this game. They're actually only behind 1500 gold. Ember Spirit's farming well at bottom lane. He's level 7, so has his maxed out Flame Guard. He needs to start getting involved soon in the action. For now, it's been super controlling the game on this Doom. And he's actually going to be heading bottom with a haste rune. I think he's going to try to get a kill on Maples, and because we've just hit the 7-ish minute mark, no wards up to scout this rotation, and super... If you can find Maples, not going to happen right now. The lane just a bit too far pushed out.
I don't know if he comes up for this next wave. Oh, it's daytime. It's pretty difficult to gank him now. There is an Invis Earthshaker still. I don't really know how they're going to kill. Unless Gyrocopter skilling up homing missile.
They saw him pick up the Invis, so the Observer Ward, both teams having a newly planted one up here. Earthshaker comes in, Sanking.
Wow, Sanking's already level 6. Jeez.
Yeah, what?
And he almost has Blink Dagger.
Where did you get that? He was like level 3.
I have no idea, man. I have no idea.
I didn't see
It's
them
freaking
stack.
Sanking.
They stacked this big camp on the fire. Like Doom stacked this big camp once for him, I remember. So maybe he stacked it again, got a bit more farm.
Wow, he didn't even skill up Effie.
We're seeing this build more. I actually like this build. I think you farm a lot faster. The level 3, it does.
That's true.
It's not just you get damage duration, mana cost goes down, cooldown goes down. It really
Epicenter's
scales
so
pretty
good
well.
though. I mean, he's about to have his blink, but no Epi.
He can get a level 7.
But you want level 4 stun.
Yeah, that's true. We're going to see Magnus looking for this Bat Rider here in the jungle. As, without the blink, no real potential. His blink's going to be even lower. Misses the shockwave. The jukes that Silo was missing on the lifesteal coming out from ROTK.
Indeed. Indeed.
So, Ember Spirit's still just farming away at bottom lane. Normally you think of Ember Spirit around the 10-minute mark getting a lot more active on the map than this, I'd say. But
yeah.
It's kind of like more like a late game Ember Spirit when you've got the Magnus on your team, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's... His team needs it, though. Like, I think if your team's doing okay, then you can just farm it up and then just win the late game. But if your team's losing the early game, you might not get to late, just because Vichi's gaming is...
Yeah.
They're going to have the blink dagger on the Sand King really soon, and the ganks are just going to be coming from everywhere. And they have Doom to deal with a formed Ember Spirit.
Yeah. And it's going to be a lifestealer infesting into Sand King as well as later on ROTK. ROTK is still a bit of a ways to go to his blink. And I think this is where ROTK says, look, Sand King, you found your blink in the jungle. Time to give me the jungle to farm my blink dagger. Because he just can't really push up this bottom lane and contest the farm of Ember Spirit anymore.
Yeah.
But maybe if they get some towers here, which Vici Gaming are looking to do at this top lane, that's where Batrider's blink dagger will come up much faster than it looks like it's coming because of that.
Nick's Assassin is still only level 5, so he can't even come in range to contest this because of no Vendetta.
Yeah, that was your offlane. Like, normally you think your solo offlane should be level 6 by now, but...
Well, he went top, he died, and then he went mid, he got doomed, and then died, and then after that, like Magnus was trying to cover a track. He's like, okay, well, I'll give you some levels mid, and I'll be the anti-pusher on top, and then... Which he did. He did both of them, but Nick's Assassin still died.
Well, he's going to get himself some... This will be his level 6 top now. The lane gets pushed out enough to his tier 2, and there's no... I don't think Salah's going to be able to kill him on his own. I mean, in theory, he could dive at the tower with the rage, but that's always risky. So, Mag has a blink, so that's important stuff for a new element at the current stage of this game.
At the same time, they have to be pretty scared that they need to keep track of Sand King, because if they RP, and then he skewers them back to their team, and he's actually going to be the one that are all clumped. And they don't have any BKBs yet, so they're going to get wrecked by an Epicenter from Sand King. But he is level 7 now. Let's see what he picks up. Level 4 stun or Epicenter? What's it going to be?
Level 4 stun.
Okay.
In some ways, like, at this stage, his most important asset is the blink stun. Like, if you're ganking with a lifestealer, you just need a blink stun, and that hero's going to die. Because you're not actually going Epicenter blink into a fight. You're pretty much always going to blink stun, and once you blink stun, Epicenter, you're not going to get the Epicenter off because there's no Shaker Fissure.
It depends. If he's smoked, if you're in the fog, if you're defending towers, I guess they're not going to be defending. But at the same time, if like Batrider lasso someone, actually he doesn't have blink. He has 300 gold though. If you lasso someone, they'll clump up. Yeah,
most kills you can get with an Epicenter blink, you can get with a blink Pyro Strike if you have a lifestealer there. I get it. But and we're seeing lifestealer join up.
Well, Maples.
Oh, there's your blink Pyro Strike. That's a dead Ember Spirit. They're even using the lasso for it, so they commit everything. Good stuff. Bottom lane now, Shiki, RP, he's got the blink, catches up 2, the skewer back, doing a lot of damage, they're going to bring down 1. Sylar's low, he doesn't have rage at the moment, he'll go down to the buyback from the Ember Spirit. Fenrir's got no way out, he's graved up for now, it looks like, oh, he will get out. They don't chase him down, the offensive Urn Charge will finish him off, nice use of the Urn there. I believe that's actually the support Gyro with the Urn there. Magnus denied by the Ember Spirit. They're not done yet, they want Super, they'll catch him out with the Searing Chain, Super has a mech as well.
There's a rocket! Is the rocket gonna do it?
It will. He can't turn. He's got a DD room, but he can't fight.
The hero rocket.
He pops a mech before this. This is a nice time to use that mech. He's trying to fight 654 here. The fish are going to completely miss. 654 still alive though. TP him from RTK. NE are just wiping apart VG Gaming. Offensive Urn Charge being used again. One more Slider Fist is going to be needed. RTK. Urn. Tick. 2 HP.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, that was so cool.
Okay, so that was a pretty big combo though. From Magnus, from Gyro.
Like a 5 for nothing.
Dude, Gyrocopter's
Oh, they got the deny. So with the deny, that went a lot better for VG Gaming. There you go. 5 for 2. But one of those 2 kills, I think, being the deny.
Well, one was the Ember, and one was the deny.
Yeah.
And they forced out the buyback.
Ember did buyback, yeah. So Ember Spirit buyback. But at this stage of the game, a buyback is very cheap. 450 gold. He gets the money back, as well as plenty of experience from buying back. So it's not like a 30-minute buyback where you spend like 1k to 1.5k. Like that buyback is pretty minimal. Like, that does not hurt him at all.
Mm-hmm. I think they actually caught Lifestealer without his rage, too, because he had just used it.
He used it to kill the Ember Spirit, and then the Mag RP plus the cooldown was just perfect. Urn is such a good item against Dazzle as well. That Dazzle, like, they left Dazzle to just run away with Grave on because they knew the Urn Charge would finish him off. So, all around. Bloody good fight.
I guess that's not terribly difficult to execute, too. I was talking about how Vici was easy to execute, but as long as your mech hits big RPs, everything else comes easily after that. And Shiki, very important RP right there.
They didn't know he had the Blink Dagger as well, I think. That was the first time we actually saw the Blink Dagger come into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Good stuff. As Vici Gaming, what's going to be the plan now? I think they just keep on ganking, though. I think they see that fight.
Yes.
The big problem there, Doom didn't show up. Doom came way too late to that fight. I think they just were expecting to get a quick pick off and then just be on their way, but Doom wasn't there. He needs to be at those fights with his mech, and also dooming off a key target, which he didn't really offer to his team. When he showed up, they'd already lost the Lifestealer as well as the Sand King. So, do you think they can contest this, Roche? They're smoked up. They've got RP.
They have RP, they can do it. If they have RP, they can, for
soon.
sure. But
no. Oh, Carapace is going to stun him. RTK going to go down. Fisher catching out 3 as well. Epi's and a blink not doing enough damage there. Maples just blocks it mostly with a Flame Guard. Is doomed up. This is going to cause him problems. Cooldown hits perfectly onto 2 heroes. The lifesteal as well as the Sand King. Sand King goes down. Sylar's Rage going to wear off. The Impale only catches 1. Fenrir has a grave. He gets RP though. Gets skewered back. The Shockwave not going to finish him off. There we go. Finishes him off. Sylar's got no rage for 5 seconds. There's a Searing Chains coming out here from the Ember Spirit, I believe. Maples, nope, he's already used it. Super going to go down. The Doom did not finish off your Ember Spirit. Super's on the run. He's got an infested Lifestealer inside of him. Sylar pops out. He's got the rage, but he may go down anyways. Uses the slow. There's going to be a blink from the Magnus. Buyback coming in from the Doom. Sylar's lost his rage now. He's in trouble. He's going to go down to 1 more Impale. DJ can't find it. The mana burn. The Urn Charge. Sylar will go down. Doom gets the Gyrocopter. Sylar actually surviving. Urns tick him over. Just barely.
Wow,
What are these team fights?
He needed a bottle charge from Super. I think that's what he was waiting for.
Oh, Carapace nicely used by DJ. Sand King's here though. Burrow Strike will finish off next. They overextend a little bit there, but I think it's still worth it. They force out buyback from the Doom.
But if they don't get the Aegis from it.
Oh yeah, the Roshan I think now going to be secured, but NE are just team fighting so damn well there.
The fitters are really good from the answer.
Yeah, the Doom buyback probably worth it. Gets a kill on the Gyrocopter. It's a Gyrocopter dominating streak for 530 gold. So
someone for just support Gyrocopter.
Jeez. That was still end of the day new element, just team fighting their hearts out. But right now, without RP, without Earthshaker in this fight as well, it looks like Roshan will be claimed for Dire.
They're waiting for Sylar to get the last hit.
Or at least come and take the Aegis. Yeah, he'll come and grab the Aegis. Got the lasso now. That's actually the small Gyrocopter. RTK gets hit by the instant stun. Gyrocopter throws a cooldown and 654 on the retreat. Looks like he's going to be okay for now. Maples, oh, again he's doomed up. This is going to be a dead Ember Spirit. Does he have buyback this time around? Doesn't look like he's going to use it.
Nice grave coming out from Dazzle to save ROTK's life. They have really good counter initiate versus Lasso, though. Actually, Sylar going to catch him out.
Oh, DJ, what are you doing then? They get the fissure. Sylar's getting very low. Does have the Aegis here as well as his rage back up. Now they're actually going to think about chasing. Ember Spirit, he's still dead for a good 30 seconds.
I don't know if they want to go on this.
I don't think they want to fight without Ember Spirit.
Lifestealer has everything up. I don't know.
He...
Oh, I guess they're in a really bad position because the T1's still up on bottom.
Oh, Sand King hits a multiple hero Barrow Strike. The RP gets wasted as well. Super. The only one caught in that when they're trying to burst down the Doom. They may actually succeed in doing so. They killed the Doom with the Fissure. Now Sylar going to show back up. He's got the Ace. You just cannot fight the lifesteal. This is the full retreat. DJ will go down. Meanwhile, Sand King on the side here, almost getting in a bit of trouble. Gets a blink out just in time, and the chase is now on. Ember Spirit's back. He's got a steering chains, catches out both. Sylar's going to die at least once. Do they get him a second time?
Yeah, Rage TP. He's all good.
Is the Rage up? Yeah, he's got a Rage TP. Nothing to... Oh, they should go for this Dazzle, though. They've got the homing missile.
Homing missile's owning.
Dude, Annie are just going ham. They don't... wow, I'm surprised they didn't go for that kill. Like, the way Annie are playing, they just go... They go full ham and just keep going.
The Sand King stun was much better than RP, but they did not take into the fact that Ember Spirit was coming back up. I think if they retreat north into the T1, then they're much safer. But instead, they retreat to the right, to the other T1, and Ember Spirit can just cut them off right there.
Yeah, yes, Ember Spirit's getting scary.
Right here in Infest.
Uh-oh. Infest in the back right. He's got the lasso on your Ember Spirit. Maples, there's no way out of this one. The heal bomb going to help finish him off. Sylar, or Super now chasing now. He's in the front lines with a Doom. Scorch has to give him some movement speed. He's got a Doom here. Earthshaker tries to turn around with a Fissure, and he just straight up throws it on the answer. Batrider blinks forward. The cooldown going to slow this chase a little bit, but Earthshaker is good as death. Epicenter blink. Burrow Strike catches out Shiki and 654. The Skewer out, but FY gets dragged along. He's got a Burrow Strike in 5 seconds. The blink out from the Magnus, but 654 going to be left to hang and dry. He gets brought down by the Dazzle, and with that, 3 heroes dead. Tier 1 tower exposed. A clear teamfight victory for Vici Gaming. One of their first clear victories of the game when it comes to these teamfights.
You know, I'm warming up to any because they do unconventional stuff.
And it works.
It works
most of the time.
It works sometimes.
Yeah. Like they're not expected to beat a team like Vici Gaming or DK or IG. So just because their unconventional stuff doesn't work against these top teams doesn't mean you say like, oh, it was a stupid pick maybe.
Yeah, you have to try it because I don't know. What other way are you going to beat like really good teams if you're trying to beat them at the stream chat? If you're going to try and beat them with their own strategy, because they know how to run it, they know what's good against it, and he's like support Gyrocopter. Can Batrider stay against the lane? You don't know. Maybe, probably.
This support Gyrocopter's done so much this game. He was zoning out the Batrider.
Nick sketches out Super.
That looks like Super. He's completely alone. What's he doing now on his own? He didn't even have his ulti. Like he's not looking for.
He got caught by Nyx. I think he was trying to farm the small camp.
Well, they go for a smoke. Oh, it's on top of a ward. Oh dear. Everything getting smoked. Oh. There you go. Alright, they're gonna make their way towards mid lane, but Vici Gaming know this Radiant lineup is smoked up, coming their way. But it honestly feels like Gyrocopter's had the highest impact of any heroes so far this game. As far as zoning out the offlaner, getting great cooldowns in the fight. Cooldown being used to do decent damage as well as lockdown. They're going to find Lifestealer here. Can they actually kill him? I think they know he's there. There's a Blink RP. Sylar, can he get the Rage off? They Fissure. The RP is being stacked as well, but they just want to make sure he did not get a Rage off. Nicely played there. Doom TP's in, but it's too late. The chase is now on, but with Lifestealer dead, I don't think they want to try and fight. That was pretty smart. I think if you try and Blink RP, there's a chance he rages before you RP, because RP has a cast time.
Mm-hmm.
So, they start with the Fissure and follow up, well, combine it with the RP.
Homing Missile can't be Sandstorm dodge next patch. Oh, FY! Oh.
That's a pretty nice buff for Gyro.
As if people use... I mean, it's nice to 654. It's not nice to any other Gyrocopter that doesn't even skill it.
I think it'll make it a lot easier to get that one value point.
That's true. It does a lot of damage.
If you level it. Oh, it's actually leveling.
440 is a lot.
Every now and then I play a solo mid Gyrocopter, and if you go like a 1-4-1 build, it's actually pretty damn powerful against like your standard mid heroes. Like it zones them out so damn hard and does huge damage. Like you spam bottle and just go max homing missile, it kind of wrecks your lane. Like once you hit level 6, it's like a guaranteed kill on like heroes like SF, whatever other squishy mid heroes you go up against. SFs, Batriders. Even like heroes like who are a bit tankier, like DK, will struggle to kind of stay alive against it.
Homing missile.
Yeah, you gotta deal with this. You can't just let it land. Super takes a
dink.
The one thing I don't like about homing missiles is the damn audio cues. so annoying. Those little whistling.
So Vici ahead by a pretty considerable gold amount, 7,000 off the back of 2 towers and Roshan. The problem with any, you can't translate tower or hero kills into tower kills, and that's somewhat of a problem with Ember Spirit. He's so good at killing heroes, but just terrible at sieging.
Alright, okay, looking for a blink lasso here. The tower is being sieged. It's 654. The man of the match so far. He's the one in the front lines. He's going to get grabbed by the lasso. Carapace is going to stop Ara to get into an impale. Really nicely played there. 654 get off the cooldown here. Unfortunately, it's not going to let Epis and a Burrow Strike coming in. Gets two. The Echo Slam coming out as well. RP is too late. Fight already lost. Earthshaker going to buy back, but he's already used the Echo Slam. Has no fissure for a second. Does have it now, but this buyback not going to amount too much. It's going to help him retreat, but he may just be dying again. RTK still chasing. The Flame Break going to push the answer around. Life still latches on. That's 4 heroes dead now after the dieback. Searing Chains will catch out Fenrir, but...
See, that's the thing about Batrider. Yeah, sure, you counter-initiated with a Nyx stun, Nyx Carapace into an impale, into a fissure, and you still lose a team fight terribly because of the sinking. Your team has to go in to save him. Your hero that got lassoed is out of position, and then Batrider ultimate just destroys you.
Ooh, Maple's in some trouble. Has a fire ramp, but doesn't go too far. Okay, this one will get him further away.
If he had open wounds on him, he would have died right there.
DJ TPs himself back in. The plan now. Batrider's fairly low. Also, Sala 4-star, but not down to the low ground. Impale going to miss though. Sala all gets pushed out of the corner. I think it was going to miss regardless. Sala now going to turn around with the rage. He wants to fight this Burrow Strike coming in from FY. He's been spot on with these Burrow Strikes. He wants 654 as well, Sala, and he's going to be forced on the back foot here. No rage for a while. Searing Check to come in. Another lasso. The second of this team fight. Doom's also on the high ground here. Shiki is the hero they want here on the Magnus. Burrow Strike just going to clip him as well. The Searing Chain, Sleight of Fist from the high ground. Actually, no Searing Chain, just Sleight of Fist. Vici Gaming just not losing anyone the entire fight. That was just flawless stuff from them. Wow. 7 for nothing. Wow. Minute and a half team fight. And
2 lassos in a fight.
2 lassos, 0 kills for any. Vici Gaming
a buyback.
at 7.
That's potentially...
Oh man, that's not good.
That's difficult to come back from.
Did it actually show the 2 lassos being used on the teamfight recap? Oh, teamfight recap disband. What? Faulty information. It needs a little ×2 on there. Especially if there's a refresher, man. You get refreshers coming in, you want to know that it was... Yeah, but you don't know you used both Dooms. So like, even though you know the refresher was used, you don't know if both Dooms were used. But, all right. We've got new features to work on here at BTS, Ben. Yeah. K-pop Toast is complaining in the corner about having more work to do. We'll keep cracking the whip here. But Tier 1 mid tower down in deny range. Looks like Dazzle just going to deny it off. And
minute and a half respawn timer on Roche.
Yep. I still feel like no matter how well Vici Gaming do, ending the game, pushing into Ember Spirit Magnus is going to be a pain in the ass.
Yes. He has crit too, so crit and power. He doesn't really need Battle Fury because he has the Empower.
At the same time, like, because you have Empower, maybe you go for, like, more Cleave. Like, normally, I've seen MVP Phoenix run a lot of this Ember Spirit Mag, and they generally go for, like...
Mass Cleave?
Mass
Cleave. Alright.
At least 1 Battle Fury before the Daedalus. Sometimes even 2 Battle Furies Daedalus.
Mm-hmm. I still don't know what your ideal 6-slot Ember is without Rapiers.
I think it's definitely a lot of the problem with Cleave is so much depends on RNG of like who you're hitting and what you're bouncing off of. Looks like DJ snipes the career here in the enemy jungle. Yeah, not bad.
Well, 654 has transitioned into more of a carry role. Yeah. He is going for BKB. He's taking out Ancient Stacks, and he's getting there.
I mean, he's being lassoed in this fight, but at no point is he going to be a Doom target, so BKB with that, he'll stay fairly alive here. Oh, Earthshaker getting found. And FY actually keeps the Lifestealer inside of him, so he used to blink Burrow Strike, but Lifestealer not popping out, so could still see this Lifesteal and Fest Bomb find some more kills for Vici Gaming. Top lane is just going to be where Ember Spirit looks to keep on farming. He's got the Crystallis and wants some more, but Vici Gaming is going to march down. They're actually going top lane. They're making a swing here. Magnus needs to just... He's got Blink and 4-star. He can get out. So yeah, Doom's not going to... He swings back mid.
FY, maybe eyeing Nyx. They can blow him up. I guess they don't know where Mag is, though.
They've gone the Blink Lasso route. They're going to catch out DJ here. There's a Blink Burrow Strike if they want. He's going for an Epicenter on the backlines. They walk into this one. Burrow Strike on 3. FY, you hero. Magnus not going to get a chance to use a single spell. Ember Spirit gets 1 Sleight of Fist off before he goes down. The Earthshaker, the only one left standing, and that's because he was dead before the fight began. He respawns at the start of it. FY is just they lasso the Nyx, and they know that they're going to walk in to save the Nyx, so he just epicenter burrow strikes the heroes walking in.
And if you don't go in, you lose the fight because you're 45.
Yeah. I mean, you lose the Nyx, and then you lose your tier 2 tower. Maybe you keep everyone else alive, but end of the day, you're still going to lose your base at that rate, so... Really nicely played by FY. That was... Most Sankings there, you think they're going to just blink... They're going to just help kill the Nyx using Burrow Strike, but not the case with FY. Now Rax is down, and it was fun to watch him. It was a fun little game, Ben, but I think the end is near.
The end is near again. The problem is their ulti cooldown is just so much longer than Batrider's. Like, Batrider, he's level 14, he has 70-second cooldown on that, and Magnus is 110 seconds on his RP. And
that's if he gets it off his fight. He didn't even get it off for that last fight.
He needs to... They need to find the Sand King in these team fights, but the problem is Vici's always getting the initiation on any, not the other way around.
And Vici Gaming, like, in general, like, their blink initiation's better. It's a blink lasso from Bat, a blink stun from Sand King, all these instant initiations. From Magnus, it's a blink RP, but you don't want to start the fight with blink RP because you're not going to catch up 5 heroes to start a fight. Like, RP is kind of like that spell which you often see come in, like, halfway through a team fight as a counter-initiate. But if you're starting a spell with an RP, you've got no real good follow-up, apart from, like, a Nyx maybe, but I don't know how
they have Echo.
reliable enough.
They have Echo, but the answer doesn't have Blink. I think if it had Blink, it'd be a little bit different.
They're not going to tap out just yet. They realize they've done far better this game than they have last game. Much more exciting game than last game, too.
It's a cool strat.
Crew are going to finally respawn after getting taken out earlier by the Nyx.
Is this the YOLO push?
the YOLO tier 1 tower push. Let's all in for this tier 1 tower and hope for the best. It feels like they've kind of just fallen apart strategically, because this tier 1 tower is of no importance. RTK preemptively BKBs, he's just looking to chase. Hasn't used the lasso just yet, he's looking for this Ember Spirit, he'll get the Ember Spirit, gets doomed up as well. Epicenter, Burrow Strike, Sanking with a double kill to start the fight. They get a 3rd kill on the Ember Spirit. 654, TP out, will succeed, but GG is called. Vici Gaming get the 2-0 victory.
The YOLO push, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta do it. You're like, well, let's see how this goes. The worst that happens is we lose anyways.
It's a YOLO tier 1 top tower. It's the least important tower of the game.
I think Magnus whiffed his RP that fight. That certainly didn't help.
It's nowhere near Roshan. There's no strategic importance to it, but it's like, nah.
The only problem is Any didn't have anything for his BKBs either. Not until Ember got super fat, but he was not at that point.
Yeah. So it's a Vici Gaming 2-0 victory. The kind of expected result here in the Summit Asia. Don't think many people will be too surprised by that one. They're going to go through and verse Newbie. So Newbie versus Vici Gaming, winner bracket semifinal. That'll be a good series. I don't know. I don't know how I'd call that one. Vici Gaming, though, do you feel like they played pretty impressive, or was it just like beating a team much weaker than them?
The thing about Vici is they try their hardest no matter what their opponent is. And even though Any's significantly weaker than them, they still play pretty well. Good enough to beat... Who were our 2 winners yesterday?
Newbie's their next opponent, and then Dreamtime is in the other winner bracket semifinal.
And who did Newbie play HGT? It was...
Yeah, we got some brackets here.
Vici played pretty strong. I don't know. It's still difficult to gauge them against opponents of their own skill, though.
Yeah. They're in the tougher half of the bracket at this point. With IG dropping out of the loser bracket, this bottom half becomes a lot tougher. They'd probably much rather.
You can't count out DT Club.
DT Club and like DT Club are good, but not like. I mean, they beat IG, so they're definitely they're legit. But then LGD versus Titan, yeah. I mean, I'm going to be curious to see who comes out on top of that LGD Titan series. I think both teams...
That one's actually a 50-50 on Dota 2 Lounge.
Okay.
So
that'll be a close... Titan have been playing really well as of late. They did lose to LGD 2-0 when they met in China at WPC, but since then, Titan have been playing much better. So looking forward to that one. But Vici game for now, 2-0 win. Good stuff from them. But yeah.
Good stuff. I think they're a little bit predictable. Actually, not so much. The first game there was, second game, not so much.
And I think the second game, like, you look at that and maybe think Vici Gaming didn't play... They made a few mistakes, but I think partly the reason they made mistakes and played sloppy was because their opponents did some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like, if Any hadn't done such an unconventional strategy with the gyrocopter, I think that would have been... Like, you look at Game 1. Game 1, I think, was a pretty flawless game from Vici Gaming. I think they played a little safe at times when they didn't need to, but they made no mistakes. So, alright. That does it. We're going to take a quick break. Next best of 3 is in...
1 hour 15.
1 hour 15, guys. So, take a quick break, go for a walk, hit up the gym, whatever you may do, get some exercise. But come back in an hour 15 minutes. We've got our next best of 3, LGD versus Titan. Don't go anywhere. Beyond the Summit, well, you can go somewhere. Beyond the Summit continues with more coverage of the Summit Asia after this break.